Welcome back to the Nap Lab. Today we're reviewing the Helix Twilight Luxe. This video is part of our ongoing series testing Helix's newly redesigned mattress lineup. In April 2025, Helix redesigned their entire mattress lineup, with notable changes being made to covers, materials, and the design stack of layers. The Twilight Luxe is designed for those who love a firm feel but still like to sleep on their side. This is a tricky feat to accomplish, as many firm mattresses risk compromising pressure relief for side sleepers, especially around the shoulders. So, did the Twilight Luxe pull it off? Let's jump into the video now and find out. First things first, here is the performance scorecard for the Twilight Luxe. On the high end, we see it earned a 10 out of 10 for Edge Sport, a 9.7 for Company, a 9.5 for motion transfer, and 9.0 scores for cooling pressure relief. From there, sex and off-gassing both scored an 8.3, but the lowest scoring category belongs to response time at a 7.9. Overall, the Twilight Luxe earned a performance score of 9.03, which ranks it among the top 18% among all mattresses tested to date. It should also be noted that the price is a bit higher as well, at $18.99 for a queen. The Helix Twilight Luxe comes in a single firmness, 8 out of 10, where 10 is the most firm. This gives the mattress a firm feel. This firmness is generally best suited for back and stomach sleepers or heavier weighted sleepers who are looking for more pushback. Next, we're going to talk through what the Helix Twilight Luxe does best. First, the mattress has outstanding edge support. The perimeter of the Twilight Luxe is among the best we've seen when it comes to sitting or lying at the absolute edge. Second, the mattress has excellent pressure relief with nearly 5 inches of comfort material. This quantity and quality of comfort material allows for bodies to transition from comfort to support more gradually and achieve proper spinal alignment. Third, the cooling performance of the Twilight Luxe is fantastic. It breathes well, resists heat retention, and dissipates heat quickly with little room for improvement. However, not all mattresses are ideal for all sleepers. Let's talk through the important consideration points for the Twilight Luxe. First, the trial period on Helix mattresses is 76 nights shorter than average. The mattress comes with a 100-night trial period for you to decide if it's right for you. Second, the top layers are slower to respond than most mattresses. This isn't terrible, but you might experience a slight hindrance to ease of movement. Finally, the price is a good deal above the average mattress. For queen mattresses, the Twilight Luxe is roughly $450 more expensive than the average mattress price we've tested. Your body weight and sleep position impact the types of mattresses that are best able to support you. Our analysis is designed to help match the correct mattress to the right body types and sleeping positions. Support on the Helix Twilight Luxe is excellent. During our test, I felt well supported in all sleeping positions. The mattress is equipped with an 8.75-inch support layer. This is 1.08 inches thicker than the average support layer thickness of 7.92 inches based on all of our tests to date. In order for a mattress to create good support, it needs to provide both support and comfort for the body. The Twilight Luxe does both. The mattress is equipped with a thicker than average comfort layer and a thicker than average support layer. Materials within the comfort and support layer are high performance and high quality. The pocketed coil unit uses a zoned unit, which creates more support in the middle of the mattress, helping resist middle mattress sagging and better support heavier parts of the body. All that said, this mattress isn't for everyone. It has a firm feel. 8 out of 10, where 10 is the most firm. This firmness range is ideal for stomach and back sleepers and less so for side sleepers. To feel well supported by the Twilight Luxe, you'll really need to prefer that firm feel. Based on all my tests to date, an analysis of the materials, and my subjective experiences, I'm confident that most sleepers will find support on the Helix Twilight Luxe to be excellent. Be sure to visit us over at naplab.com/mattress-quiz. There, you can submit your needs and preferences, and we'll send you back a personalized recommendation based on your inputs. Next up, we're going to move on to our individual performance tests. At Nap Lab, we test each mattress by analyzing according to 10 different factors that impact the feel, comfort, and performance. First up, we have our cooling test. To measure cooling, we lie on the mattress for 15 minutes, allow it to absorb body heat. Then, we get off the mattress and take periodic measurements of the surface level temperature. Our tests show how the mattress retains and releases heat and overall cooling performance. Mattresses that breathe better, retain less heat, and sleep cooler are better as they allow sleepers to maintain a comfortable temperature. The Helix Twilight Luxe has excellent cooling. During our test, I did not feel any significant level of heat retention around my body. The mattress did a nice job at keeping the surface reasonably cool and avoiding any major buildup of heat. The Twilight Luxe uses the same proven hybrid design we've seen on all Helix Luxe mattresses. The mattress is equipped with high-performance, high-quality foams in the comfort layer. Those foams breathe well and are positioned in such a way as to mitigate heat. In addition, we have a pocketed coil unit that's helping to bring more air into the mattress. In terms of feel, this mattress creates more of a floating feel, which means less sinkage, less hug, and less material wrapping around the body, all of which help resist heat retention. Lastly, this mattress is available with an optional cooling cover. We didn't have the cooling cover on our Twilight Luxe, but I have tested it on other Helix models, and it does make a major difference. If you're a super hot sleeper, it's definitely worth the upgrade. In our objective temperature test, we measured a max surface level temperature of 89.6 degrees Fahrenheit. This is 0.2 degrees less than the average of 89.8 degrees based on all of our tests to date. After getting off the mattress, the temperature declined by 5.9 degrees from minute 0 to 1, which is 1.3 degrees cooler than the average 0 to 1 minute decline of 4.6 degrees. When we consider the combination of objective data, my subjective experiences, and an analysis of the materials, I'm confident in my view the cooling is excellent. For the Sinkage test, we lie on the mattress. In addition, we use a 12-pound medicine ball to test pressure point sinkage. Deeper sinkage can cause sleepers to feel overly enveloped by the material layers, while less sinkage can make you feel that you're sleeping more on top of the mattress as opposed to in it. Sinkage is a preferential factor. Some prefer more, others less. The Helix Twilight Luxe has a moderate sinkage. During our test, we measured a pressure point sinkage depth of 2.03 inches. This is 0.14 inches less sinkage than the average sinkage depth of 2.17 inches based on all of our tests to date. The mattress creates more of a floating feel when lying on the back or stomach. While lying on my side, the mattress has a more balanced feel. Even so, the sinkage depth is still quite restrained, just 0.03 inches above the threshold for what we would call minimal sinkage. While on my side, I can definitely feel more of the memory foam layer within the core of the mattress. That layer is contouring more to the precise shape of the body. Even so, the other polyfoam layers and coil unit balance out the overall feel, so it doesn't feel overly dramatic or deep in the contour. Lastly, the firmer feel further restrains the body contouring hug, especially for back sleepers, stomach sleepers, and lighter weighted bodies. To test motion transfer, we place one 12-pound medicine ball on one side of the mattress and drop another 12-pound medicine ball on the opposite side. In addition, we use an accelerometer to objectively measure the motion generated by the medicine ball drop. Lower motion transfer is better as it helps sleeping partners avoid disturbing each other during the night. The Helix Twilight Luxe has a very low level of motion transfer. During our test, we measured a total acceleration range of 6.11 meters per second squared. This is 30% less motion transfer than the average of 8.69 meters per second squared. The 4.0 PCF memory foam just below the Eurotop cover is the most significant material factor helping to reduce motion transfer. PCF stands for pounds per cubic foot and is a measure of density. In general, higher density materials are better than lower density. Denser memory foams are able to absorb and dissipate energy better, which keeps motion lower. That memory foam is also helping to keep bounce below average, which further mitigates motion transfer. In our motion transfer chart, which visualizes our accelerometer data, we can see the highest motion peaks from 0 to 0.14 seconds. Motion takes a big step down thereafter, and by 0.86 seconds, we return to near zero levels of energy. Given the notably lower than average motion intensity, I was a bit surprised at the motion duration. Even so, it's nothing I'm especially alarmed by. Overall, I'm pleased with this level of motion, and I expect it will be more than low enough for most sleepers. To test response time, we place a 12-pound medicine ball on the mattress. Once it's fully at rest, we then quickly remove it and objectively measure the amount of time it takes for the mattress to recover and resume its original shape. A faster response time is better, as quicker responding material layers better adapt to your changes in movement and prevent any type of a stuck feeling. The Helix Twilight Luxe is a mixed bag for material responsiveness with a fast most recover response time and a moderate fully recover response time. In our most recover test, we measured a recovery speed of 0.5 seconds, which is 0.07 seconds slower than the average of 0.43 seconds based on all of our tests to date. In our fully recovered responsiveness test, we measured a recovery speed of 1.2 seconds, which is 0.21 seconds slower than the average of 0.99 seconds. Like other models within the Helix lineup, the denser memory foam within the core of the mattress is slowing down the total material responsiveness time. Most other materials, foams, and the spring unit all rebound back to shape effectively instantly. However, that 4.0 PCF memory foam takes a moment or two to recover to its original shape. As a result, the fully recovered responsiveness time is a bit slower than average. All that said, these responsiveness speeds aren't bad by any stretch. The firm feel and minimal to moderate sinkage depth help to mitigate any major easy movement issues that might otherwise have been created by the slower responding memory foam. Overall, I found easy movement to be a non-issue. To run the bounce test, we drop a 12-pound medicine ball onto the mattress. We measured the maximum depth the ball sinks to before rebounding up, as well as the maximum height it achieved on the bounce. Bounce is a preferential factor. Some prefer more, others less. However, more bounce is typically better than less bounce, as it improves ease of movement, aids in response time, and improves sex performance. The Helix Twilight Luxe has a low level of bounce. During our test, we measured a total bounce height of 7.99 inches. This is 1.22 inches less bounce than the average of 9.21 inches based on all of our tests to date. As with motion transfer, the real star of the show here is the super dense 4.0 PCF memory foam. This memory foam layer absorbs and disperses a ton of energy. As a result, there is simply less energy that's capable of being returned as bounce. When you combine that memory foam with a thicker than average comfort layer, you have the right material conditions to create a lower than average total bounce. Ideally, I want to see bounce closer to 10 inches. Suffice to say, we're well south of that mark. The lower bounce does negatively impact sex performance. However, ease of movement is sufficient, and the lower bounce also makes motion transfer lower. So there are pros and cons to consider with the lower than average bounce level. For an assessment of edge support, I lie on and sit on the edge of the mattress to measure level support and compression. Less things while sitting and lying directly on the edge of the mattress is better, as it creates a more supportive edge for sleeping, lounging, and amorous activities. The Helix Twilight Luxe has outstanding sitting edge support and outstanding lying edge support. In our sitting edge support test, we measured a sitting sinkage compression of 3.00 inches. This is 1.01 inches less sitting sinkage than the average of 4.01 inches based on all of our tests to date. While lying directly on the edge of the mattress, I felt the support was outstanding in all sleeping positions. The Twilight Luxe uses reinforced coils that run along the entire perimeter of the mattress. In addition, we have a firm feel, minimal to moderate sinkage, and high performance materials from top to bottom. This combination of design and material choices creates all the right conditions to deliver outstanding edge support for both sitting and lying. Our sex test is a weighted formula to assess sex performance. Higher bounce and more supportive edges are the most important factors, with noise, pressure relief, and cooling being lesser weighted inputs. Mattresses with more bounce and better edge support perform better for sex, as do mattresses that don't make as much noise and are more comfortable to lie on. The Helix Twilight Luxe has good sex performance. On the positive side, noise is minimal and both pressure relief and cooling are excellent. In addition, edge support earned an outstanding score due to just 3 inches of sitting edge sinkage. That more robust edge extends the total surface area that's functionally usable for amorous activities. Lastly, let's talk about bounce. Bounce is, unfortunately, a major weak spot on the mattress. We have just 7.99 inches of total bounce height. It's well below the average and makes the amorous activities more strenuous, difficult, and tiring, at least compared to mattresses with more bounce. At just under 8 inches of bounce, it's not bad by any stretch, but when it comes to sex, more bounce is always better. Nevertheless, despite the lower bounce, the total sex performance was still good, even if it's not amazing. Our pressure relief test is a measure of overall pressure relief performance. We analyze materials, layers, thicknesses, density, and design elements in conjunction with a subjective assessment of our experience while lying on the mattress. Mattresses with better pressure relief are able to create a more comfortable sleeping surface. The Helix Twilight Luxe has an excellent level of pressure relief. During our test, I felt no significant pressure points on my body. The mattress is equipped with 4.75 inches of comfort material, which is 0.55 inches more comfort material than the average comfort layer thickness of 4.20 inches based on all of our tests to date. The Twilight Luxe has a foam layer quilted into the Eurotop cover with a density of 1.8 pounds per cubic feet and a memory foam layer in the core with a density of 4.0 PCF. This memory foam in the core is doing much of the heavy lifting when it comes to pressure relief. You can really feel that specific layer creating the hug and contour around the body. The memory foam works together with the cover foams and 2-inch polyfoam with a density of 1.5 PCF just above the pocket coil unit to create ample comfort. In our pressure mapping test, We measured a max PSI of 0.81 on my side. The pressure on the side was notably higher than on my back or stomach, which makes sense given that this mattress is designed more for back and stomach sleepers due to the firm feel. Even so, a 0.81 PSI isn't high by any stretch, considering that a 2.0 PSI is the high benchmark that we want to avoid. When I consider our objective pressure mapping tests, material thickness, material quality, and my subjective experiences on the mattress, I'm confident most sleepers will find pressure relief to be excellent. To evaluate off-gassing, we assess the mattress following the initial unboxing, taking a subjective measure of any strong smells. We monitor the mattress over a period of days until the mattress no longer has a strong odor. Mattresses with a less strong odor and odor dissipates more quickly are better. The Helix Twilight Luxe had a strong smell upon the initial unboxing. The mattress smelled for 6 days. This is 0.5 days shorter than the average smell duration of 6.5 days. The company score takes a look at the factors that may influence your experience with the mattress. Factors include length of the trial period, warranty, shipping costs, return costs, trust, and country of origin. Helix has an excellent company score with consumer-friendly terms and conditions. The mattress includes a 100-night trial period and a lifetime warranty. Shipping and returns are both free. All Helix mattresses are made in the US. Helix has been around since 2015, and based on my experiences with them and feedback from my readers over the years, they are a brand that I have a high degree of trust with. So, should you buy the Helix Twilight Luxe? The high performance score makes this a pretty easy recommendation for me. However, it will most likely come down to 2 big factors: budget and how much you prefer that firm feel. For the budget, you'll need to be comfortable spending around $1.9K for a queen size. For reference, this is around 35% more expensive compared to the average mattress we've tested. For the feel, this is an 8 out of 10 on our firmness scale, where 10 is the most firm, and it gives it a firm feel. However, it still had a moderate amount of sinkage, mostly due to the thick quilted cover. This provides a nice amount of pressure-relieving comfort material before hitting the firmer foam and coil layers. In terms of durability, I'm happy with what I see. All the foams used here are high quality, high density, and should hold up for a long period of time. Lastly, the mattress has excellent cooling and pressure relief with exceptionally good edge support. Overall, this is a super strong contender for back and stomach sleepers who can afford the higher price tag. Well guys, that's it for this video. I hope that helpful. Comments or questions, please drop us those notes down below. If you're interested in buying the Helix, we've got a link in the description. For more from NapLab, be sure to get subscribed, ring that bell, and visit us over at naplab.com. As always, thank you so much for watching.